Hey, you're listening to episode number 203, and today we're chatting about what to do when you're hungry and 9 reasons why you're experiencing hunger on keto. Man, hunger. Okay. I used to have a really bad relationship with hunger. As somebody who experienced an eating disorder, specifically with anorexia, I had a lot of shame around the feeling of hunger. I used to have this lip balm, actually. I think I bought the company. I bought so much of this lip balm. I was probably 16, 17, maybe even younger. Oh gosh, that's terrifying. And it was lip balm that made you not be hungry. I don't even know what was in it. There was probably some chemical on your lips, and every time you licked your lips, it tastes like pure death and you didn't want to eat. Yeah, I thought it was disgusting to feel hunger. I thought it was such a weak experience. And that could be triggering for some. But I think it's really important that we understand that hunger is a beautiful cue that tells us what we need, whether it be a physical need, emotional need, a sexual need, spiritual need. Hunger isn't just about the physical hunger. And sometimes when I'm actually when I'm hungry and I think that I'm hungry, what I really need is a hug, or what I really need is intimacy, or what I really need is alone time, quiet time, meditation, something. So understand that when we're talking about hunger, I'm going to be more focused on the physical aspect today, but know that there's a whole bunch more on why you could be experiencing hunger or not experiencing hunger, the complete opposite of I'm just never hungry. Okay, we can go through the physical aspects of this, but sometimes it's deeper. So if you want to go deeper with me, head on over to healthfulpursuit.com/workshop1. And in those workshop recordings, there are 3 of them that you receive when you grab the workshop. In addition, you get a bunch of meditations, crystal recommendations, essential oil blends that work really well with all this kind of work. So you can focus yourself and stay in the present moment while you work on this stuff. I've also put together homework that you can use, integration work we're calling it. So you can go through and learn and grow. So if all the physical things I'm sharing today, you're nope. It might not be a physical thing, and that's totally okay. But know that there's nothing to be shameful about being hungry. This is a good thing. Your body's hungry. That's great. You need stuff, and that stuff might not be physical stuff. You got me? So if you have questions about today's content, you can head on over to healthfulpursuit.com/contact. You can also catch up on previous podcast episodes and notes from today's show by going to ketodietpodcast.com. Okay, let's do this thing. Hey, I'm Leanne Vogel, and you're listening to the Keto Diet Podcast. I've put together a free 21-page guide on achieving weight loss on your keto diet if nothing is working. Did you know imbalanced hormones are generally at the core of all struggles that women face when it comes to our weight? Grab your free guide at ketoforwomen.com to get the steps you need to overcome the hurdles standing in your way. Thanks so much for listening, and let's get started with the show. Okay, how do we tell between hunger, honoring your body, or cravings? I had this question posed to me on my recent book tour, how do I know if I'm hungry or craving something? I find that a craving doesn't really come from my stomach. It comes from my heart area. And that might be so weird to say, but when I'm standing in front of the fridge and I can't decide what I want, and I'm just frantically all over the place, should I, shouldn't I, should I? I take a step back, close the fridge door, close my eyes, and count my breaths. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe even sigh. Be what do I need right now? And I find with cravings, because the energy is so blah, it's usually not food. Sometimes it is, but usually it's not. Hunger is like, I just need something. I just need something. I don't care what it is. So you can go at it that way. But remember, throughout all this is like, hunger is not bad. But if you're hungry all the time, it could also be physical things like your fiber content. If you're not eating enough fiber, and this isn't true for everyone, guys, because I understand the carnivore diet is super powerful and, it's the next step up to keto and I'm never hungry. Congratulations. That's amazing. That's so great. But so many people require fiber in order to feel full. And that's just the way that their body feels best right now. It might be that a year from now that changes and an all meat diet feels really great for them. I don't know. But if you're not eating enough fiber and you're the type of person who needs fiber to feel full, try eating more fiber. My go-to is flaxseed muffins. They're in my books, but the orange book, The Keto Diet by me, Leanne Vogel, has a muffin recipe in there that is pretty delicious if I do so myself. So I'll include a link to that in the show notes. But fiber content is huge. Ensure you're eating your greens. Go crazy on the kale. Enjoy the broccoli. Enjoy your flax seeds, hemp seeds. In fact, Eaton Hemp makes the most amazing little snack squares, and they're loaded with fiber. Like, OMG, this stuff is so good. In fact, Eaton Hemp is a sponsor of the show, so you're going to hear their ad if you haven't already. I don't even know when it shows up and when it does. I make the podcasts and then we all meld it together. So you may have heard the ad or not just yet, but Eaton Hemp makes great snack squares and the link will be in the show notes today. So be sure to check that out because they are packed full of fiber. And when I eat these guys, I feel so lit. Today's episode continues after this short message from one of my sponsors who make the show possible, plus give you some great deals on my favorite things. I love hemp, and my friends at Eaton Hemp are upping my hemp game in a really big way. Eaton Hemp seeds have the hulls left on, so they're crunchy, high in prebiotic fiber, great for the gut, and help you hit your keto fiber macro goals without adding unnecessary carbs. The hemp seeds come in easy to travel with packets, flavored to perfection, one salty flavor, one sweet, and one savory. But why are hemp seeds the perfect keto snack? Well, first off, they add a great crunch that's usually only found in high carb foods. They are the perfect balance of omega-3 to omega-6 fats to help reduce inflammation, and they're high in GLA, which is great for hormone health and balancing the cycle, plus reducing PMS too. Here's a special podcast-only offer. When you go to eatonhemp.com/keto diet, you can use the code Keto Diet, that's all one word, for 20% off all Eaton Hemp products. If you're unsure of the link, simply check out today's show notes. Another reason why you could be experiencing momentous amount of hunger is that you're not sleeping enough or you're not sleeping good enough. So try as best you can to go to bed at the same time every day and wake up at the same time. Try to sleep without an alarm. So just set the intention of waking up at a specific time and really get into that space. Now, of course, I understand jobs, responsibilities. I get that. I have those too. So sometimes I need to set an alarm. But just try to get very, very focused on sleeping with the blinds closed as much you can, other than cycle days 13, 14, 15, 16, and maybe even 17, just to help with ovulation. Otherwise, sleeping in the dark, not bringing your phone in with you, sleep hygiene. Come on. Seriously, I feel like everyone does and we just don't do it. Don't watch TV in bed. Big one. Don't drink caffeine before bed. Also big one. That includes chocolate. I'm sorry. Another piece, if you're experiencing momentous hunger on your ketogenic diet, is dairy. If you're always hungry, do yourself a favor. Cut out the dairy. Dairy was meant to grow little baby calves, a really large amount in a very small period of time. So if you're really hungry and craving more dairy on top of your dairy because you just want dairy, try cutting out the dairy. Empty calories is another one. And I hate saying empty calories, but it's so true. If you're eating garbage food and stocking up on garbage, you're probably still going to be hungry because your body didn't get anything from it. So it's really important to honor that. Too much fasting. If you wake up every single morning for like a week and you're just starving and you don't understand why, because for months you've been eating keto and it's been just fine, you're probably doing too much fasting and not enough carb upping. Ooh, you like that? That kind of merges into our next piece, is that you need a carb up. If you wake up every morning and you're starving, have a carb up. You'll find, okay, if you do a carb up Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, I can almost guarantee like 99% of people, I always include that 1% because I can't guarantee that you are that person and it might not work for you. But like 99% of people end up fasting way longer that next day. So I'll include some details in the show notes about how to carb up if this concept is completely new to you and you're like, what is this magic you speak of? But yeah, if you're fasting long periods of time and you're hungry, then stop and just eat. I mean, even Dr. Jason Fung says that, like, just reassess and switch it up. Not enough water is a huge one. And this is something I've been trying to teach Kevin for like the last, 13 years. It's like when you wake up in the morning, you are not hungry. You just need a glass of water. And when he does it, he feels so much better and so much brighter and so much less grumpy. But he just chooses to eat breakfast and then feels like garbage. And I'm like, yeah, babe, you just needed water. You're just thirsty. So remember to drink. And I should also take that cue because I've been recording podcasts and my mouth feels like a desert inside. And the last tip is, if you're hungry all the time, eat more. I'm being completely serious on this one. Like, so many times people are like, I eat 800 calories a day, I'm not losing, and I'm always hungry. Yeah, you messed up your metabolism, not your fault. You were guided in this way. We need to boost your metabolism, and that's going to take some time. If you want guidance for assisting with metabolism boosting and really getting into that and understanding that you can't function on 800 calories a day. And if you're always hungry, like duh, because your body's craving for food. But when you eat that food, you end up gaining weight. Vicious cycle, right? You can go to happyketobody.com to learn more about how to support that. I also did a recording with my friend Allie about cravings, and I wanted to end today's episode with that audio. So this is a interview that I did with Allie a little while back, and we do talk about Happy Keto Body. That's why I wanted to include it here, specifically so that you can understand more to do with cravings and what they could be a sign of, instead of just thinking like, oh, I'm just a loser because I crave potato chips all the time. So let's cut over to that interview real quick. Today's episode continues after this short message from one of my sponsors who make the show possible, plus give you some great deals on my favorite things. ButcherBox features 100% grass-fed and finished heritage-bred pork and organic free-range chicken. ButcherBox sends you high-quality, health-promoting meats directly to your door on dry ice and free shipping anywhere in the lower 48. ButcherBox makes committing to quality protein sources less expensive and more available to everyone. Their prices are hard to beat, and it's challenging to find a higher quality product anywhere in the USA. I've been using ButcherBox for years and love the convenience of a package showing up just when I need it, and their ground sausage is an absolute dream. ButcherBox has put together a super special deal for all listeners of the show. Order your first box and get a special gift plus an additional $20 off. Now, this special gift is so epic that I can't even mention it on the episode today. So you'll have to go to butcherbox.com/keto diet to check out the deal, plus get your $20 off your very first order. Again, that's butcherbox.com/keto diet to check out the deal, plus get $20 off your first order. If you're unsure of the link, simply check out today's show notes for all the details.
Hi, everyone. Leanne here from Healthful Pursuit, and I'm joined by Allie, who's an integrative functional medicine practitioner with a background in naturopathic medicine. She's a registered and licensed dietitian and certified diabetes educator. A renowned expert in the ketogenic diet, Allie has over a decade of clinical results using a unique whole foods approach to a high-fat, low-carb protocol. Allie's expertise can be accessed through her website, alliemillerrd.com. And Allie is one of our Happy Keto Body coaches. Welcome, Allie.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks so much for joining us. And today our focus really is that so many of us do good for a while on keto and then we give up because of sugar addiction, or we quote unquote fall off the wagon. We do keto for a while and then we struggle and we have carb cravings and sugar cravings. And our goal really today is to discover how to navigate this, especially over the holidays. So in your experience, what do you notice your clients when it comes to sugar cravings? Like, what's causing this? Because a lot of people think I'm just addicted to sugar, but there's more to it, right?
There totally is. There's neurotransmitter and nutrient influences, and then there's also bacterial influences. So if we're talking about neurotransmitters, the big one I tend to focus on is dopamine. So dopamine is our reward seeking. And often I will test neurotransmitters in my clinic and a client is low in dopamine. And so they're constantly arriving from a high stress day at the office or a social stressful event, and they're looking for that external reward seeking to pick them up. And so using things like L-tyrosine or tyrosine-rich foods, which is like duck is very rich, egg yolks are very rich, so like a snack of hard-boiled eggs in the afternoon. Tyrosine-rich foods can give you that boost to produce dopamine so that you don't have to run up that downhill escalator of willpower. So that's a huge trick of my trade. And then the other thing I would go to is the nutrient glutamine. So glutamine, we think of associated with gut health. So bone broth is very rich in L-glutamine. And it helps to feed the gut cells, the enterocytes, and it rebuilds the gut lining. So it's a great tool for leaky gut and food sensitivity. But glutamine also plays a role with blood sugar metabolism, and it's been studied in clinics of addictive centers, like for alcohol and drug addiction. And glutamine, when taken under the tongue, can actually make more GABA, and GABA in the brain gives us that like mellow release, and it reduces impulse control. So when we're like eating mindlessly and just munching and crunching, glutamine-rich foods, sipping on a mug of bone broth can be really therapeutic tool as well. And then the third one would be dysbiosis. If you have candida or yeast overgrowth, your bugs in your gut are craving that sugar because that's its survival line. And it might be kind of an out-of-body craving. If it's really a sugar monster, it could be the beast in your gut. So that's very possible.
Amazing. And okay, so you mentioned egg yolk, duck, bone broth. Are there other things that we can do to bust through our sugar cravings? Like when they hit, what do we do?
Yeah. So tyrosine is an amino acid. So it's found in protein-rich foods, but poultry is actually the richest form. So dark poultry across the board. So it could be chicken thighs. That's another great option, and totally going for bone in, skin on to get a little bit more support. And also some of that glutamine I mentioned in the bone broth. And you can also get glutamine in cabbage. So doing like a nice cabbage slaw would be another great lighter option for the afternoon. And really being mindful of your habits and triggers. You know, is it associative to a certain group of friends, or is it associative to a certain corner in your household? What are the environmental triggers of the behavior chain that you need to break and recalibrate?
I love it. And we chat so much about this in Happy Keto Body, how to free yourself from cravings, create an eating style that works for you and actually thrive on a keto diet. Imagine that concept, right? And how to nourish your body with healthful foods, like you mentioned, Allie, to really support your goals. So if that sounds like something any of you would be interested in, you can get very excited because we're opening up the doors to Happy Keto Body, our 12-week video training program for women, in just a couple of weeks. You guys can head on over to happyketobody.com, get on the list to be one of the first to know when it launches. And Allie will be there as a coach, and we're really excited about it. Hopefully we'll see you there. Thanks again for joining us, Allie.
Oh, my pleasure.
Awesome. So next up on the podcast on Sunday, November 10th, we have episode 204 with Amber McKenzie. She's letting us know the 3 steps to ending your binging on keto. Then Wednesday, November 13th, episode 205, I am chatting about Thanksgiving and Christmas on keto. Can you believe it? It's the holiday season. It's the most wonderful time of the year. And so the song says. Really hard to celebrate Christmas on a sailboat, but we try our best. But I'm going to be chatting all Thanksgiving and Christmas on keto. It's going to be great. So I hope you will join me, and I will see you soon. Bye. Thanks for listening to the Keto Diet Podcast. Join us again in a couple of days to discover more Keto for Women secrets for your fat-fueled life. The Keto Diet Podcast, including show notes and links, provides information in respect to healthy living, nutrition, and diet, and is intended for informational purposes only. The information provided is not a substitute for medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment, nor should it be construed as such. We cannot guarantee that the information provided on the Keto Diet Podcast reflects the most up-to-date medical research. Information is provided without any representations or warranties of any kind. Please consult a qualified physician for medical advice and always seek the advice of a qualified healthcare provider with any questions you may have regarding your health and nutrition program.